Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Love Within
Hey,
with
everybody.
Lucas and Corine. We're excited to be here with you guys today. This is our first episode of The Love Within. I am Lucas Tyndale,
I'm Corinne Tyndale.
and we're excited to be here with you guys today. Welcome, welcome,
Woo!
welcome.
Live show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just shared live. We went live for a second, and then I thought I didn't hit live, and then I started over. So if you saw another one, just ignore that one. This is the right place to be. Okay, we're excited to have you. I'm gonna jump on my broadcast here and make sure we share this. I want to make sure I share the right one. We ask that you guys share as well. Let me get these comments up so we can see you guys as you guys come in. I see some people already in here saying what's up. Noella, hello. Talia, hello.
Hey, Noella. Hey, Talia.
Thank you guys for
Good
jumping
morning.
on. Good morning. We're excited about this. Let me get this thing moving. Let me make sure we're sharing this. Boom, there we go.
I did share it.
That's us. You did share it. I
Okay.
saw it. Yep.
I shared it.
She shared it.
Shared.
She's doing what she's supposed to do. What's up, Adriana?
Hey, Adriana.
What's going on?
Hey, Tanika.
Danica. Tiana,
Tiana.
what's up? We're so excited. You guys, Tiana is in Arizona, so I don't know what time it is. Tiana, you gotta let us know in the comments what time it is there. We appreciate you for jumping in with us. Thank you so much for your support. And ladies and gentlemen, this show is about you guys. It's about us sharing our love, our life, our journey, along with some lessons, some love exercises, and some things that can help you, whether you're single, dating, or married, get mentally, spiritually, emotionally fit for a healthy relationship. That's our goal. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to talk about what it means to have a marriage that is in God's image, what it means to be an individual that's living in God's image. God had an image and a plan for singles and couples, and it's been diluted, it's been mistreated, it's been misused and abused in music and movies and TV shows, and we don't even know what real love looks like anymore, right?
Yeah, we don't.
People are like, I don't know where it is. I don't know how to find
those movies
it.
and TV shows, that really gets under my skin because it's not real.
It's not real.
And we tend to do it. We see on movies and TV shows. So we see as a kid, I was growing up and I would watch fairy tale movies and stuff like that. And I tended to do what I saw in the movies because I didn't really have an example of a marriage or a relationship growing up.
Right.
It was a single mother household that I lived in. So I was like, this is how it's supposed to be. You know, you got to go off on your man every now and again to get him in order. But that was just not true.
That wasn't true?
Yeah.
We
Thankfully, by the time we got married, we had a good example. Some advocates who really poured into us.
We did.
That was a blessing.
That was a huge benefit for us. That helped us.
And we
want to return the favor. We got to pay it forward. You know what I mean?
Pay it forward. Do it for you guys.
We want to do it for you guys. Tiana Monet is in here at 5 a.m. We
Ooh.
appreciate it.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Victorious is here. It's 4 a.m. where she at, right? She's in.
I think it's 5.
Is it 5 there where you're
Yeah.
at? Okay, all right.
Good
They're
morning,
3 hours
Victorious.
behind, so it's 5 there too. Yeah.
Hey, Nishka.
We got people on the West Coast. Welcome. Dharma Jackson, thank you for being here. I love Dharma and her husband, Timmy Jack. Dharma, how long y'all been married? Y'all been married a while. And I think, you know what keeps their marriage together?
What?
Macaroni and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Her husband can cook some mac and cheese, man. Woo! I fell in love with his mac and cheese when I was a kid. I didn't even like mac and cheese.
I feel like mac and cheese keeps a lot of families together.
If mac and cheese has helped your marriage, let us know. Any foodies are here today? Anybody love food? Tiana, I saw made a post yesterday that she's a foodie, and she was talking about Chick-fil-A needs to create some kind of little preview that you can eat while you're in the car or something crazy. I don't know,
Right.
but it's so good.
34 years. That's beautiful.
34 years. Shout out to Dharma and Timmy Jackson. Love them, their children, their family, their grandchildren. Shout out to them today. Tamika Jones. Did we shout out our good friend Tamika Jones?
Hey, Tamika. That's my sis. Tamika.
We love Tamika.
Amanda. What's up, Amanda?
Shout out Amanda G. Dukes Multimedia in the house. Appreciate you as always.
Did we say hi to Nishka?
Nushka.
Hey, Nishka.
Our sister Nushka in the house. What's up? Glad to have you here. Thank you guys so much. Make sure, I see Noella said she shared. Let us know in the comments if you shared the broadcast. We appreciate you guys sharing. Tyler Thatcher. Oh, this is funny. Right? You know, you be thinking of somebody. And then Tyler, I was just thinking of Tyler today. Tyler, I literally thought about you this morning. I'm so proud of Tyler, a young man I've known since he was a child.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of my kids. You know, I worked with kids for years, and I'd be like, I had kids. And you'd be
Right.
like, how many? When you met
Right.
me, he's like, how many kids you got? About
Right.
200. Tyler is now the head freshman football coach at Camp McKinley. I'm so excited for him. And I was just thinking about you today, Tyler. I can't wait. We need to talk some more. I'd love to come talk to your boys and just help you just uplift them, because I know that's who you are. I know that's what you're going to do. So I want to have you back in that. My man, Dr. Anthony Roman, Aunt Ro, that's our guy right here.
Yeah, good morning, Aunt Ro.
Aunt Ro. He's Dr. Anthony Roman, but he's so just extra down to earth that he'd be like, we'd be like, what's up, Doc? He'd be like, that's cool if you want to, but he don't need it if you want to. He's also on the West Coast, 5 a.m., but he gets up early. He helped us learn how to get up early and spend that time with God.
Yeah.
Whew.
Now we just be up early walking around.
Just be like, Lord, what you talking about this morning, Lord? Lord, we love you, Lord. Definite foodie. Okay, Nushka is a foodie. I need some more people to admit being a foodie. Thank you, Adriana. I know Adriana is a foodie. Adriana don't play. Adriana.
Yeah, I seen that when she was co-hosting with you.
Oh, yeah.
She knew all the food spots.
Oh, she know all the hot food spots. She know before they come out and stuff.
Right.
The new stuff coming out. What's up, Best West? Ashanti West, one of my kids. Ashanti was one of my favorites.
Oh,
you know how they said people weren't supposed to have favorites?
You have favorites?
I did.
Hi, Ashanti.
I had favorites.
I knew her when she was little, too.
You did?
Because we went to church together. Yeah.
Which is a part of our story.
She might not remember me because I was...
You was old.
I was older.
Older.
Yeah.
Older. She about... I don't know. Ashanti, how old are you? Tell us how old you are. So Ashanti has a sister named Mariana. And I always... When Ashanti was like 4, I was like, Ashanti, she's like my daughter. I love her so much. And I don't know that I didn't have kids at the time or something. But eventually I had daughters named Ariana and Ashanti. Her name is Ashanti. Her sister is Ariana. It's the weirdest thing. Love them so much. Good morning, Jay Roman.
Good morning, Queen Beautiful I Am.
Queen Beautiful I Am. Inside. They're like, what's that mean?
I had to call you that, Jay.
If you guys aren't following Jay and Anthony Roman, please go connect with them. I mean, please, just do it. Just do it. It's just a good idea. It's just a good idea. We promise.
It's a good thing to
And we're going to have them on the show.
Yeah.
We got to have them on.
Did they agree to come? I know.
Yeah, they go. Yeah.
Aunt agreed to come on the show. I don't know if Jay did.
You know Jay got them gems. She got to drop.
Yeah, she do have gems, but
we'll let her come in just audio only if she wants to. We'll let her call in. We're going to be able to take callers. We got the setup. We'll be able to take callers and do all kinds of stuff. So
he over here making plans for you that you didn't agree to.
We got plans. We got intentions. We've got intentions. The person with the greatest intentions is the one that always wins. Shout out to Christina Sanders. Thank you for being here. My sister, my cousin,
Christina.
My family just had a birthday a few days ago. Happy birthday. She's always been a big Prince fan, and Prince passed on her birthday. And Prince had a song called It Snows in April or something she showed me, and it was snowing that day. And I was like,
why you gotta bring up Prince knowing that was a soft spot for her?
That is a soft spot for her. She loves purple, her favorite color.
Purple rain.
I was going through the airport the day Prince passed, and I went to Minneapolis, where he's from. So I flew into Minneapolis. The whole airport was like purple. They had all this stuff out already. They had this glowing purple going everywhere. I was like, what is going on? It was
they were
crazy.
Crying.
People was crying. It was rough. Shanti's 23 years old. Shout out to her. Jay called you the beautiful truth. I love that. Ooh, the beautiful truth. Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, say hello when you come in. We appreciate you guys and everybody who shared this. We are on YouTube and Facebook at Lucas Live Media. We will be here Friday mornings at 8 a.m. This is our offering to you. This is a way for us to give back and to share the love and share love with you. And what is our goal? Let's talk about it. Because, we got plans. We got intentions to teach them something that's going to help them wherever they're at.
So our goal is to help people as individuals, whether you're in a relationship or whether you are not in a relationship. It is a good idea to do some self-work, is that what we want to call it? Yeah. Always be growing in life, because when you get there, you want to be ready. So whatever it is that you are attaining for, whether you are single or already in a relationship, you just want to be ready. You just want to have yourself together, because when two people come together that are strong and growing together, they take off and go places that they couldn't have gone
without each other.
Yeah, without each other.
That's right, man. That's how it works. It's a powerful, powerful thing. I mean, you see it in other situations when two people who are really have great business ideas and innovations, and maybe one is really good at the background part and they're good at getting the business plan together, and the other one is good with people or marketing or something like that. And they come together. You
described us.
Did I?
Yeah.
That was? I didn't mean to.
He's the one that's good with people, He likes to network and connect and talk. I like to be in the background, get stuff together.
But you're so good with people, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm good. And I can do the background thing too.
I learned how to be good with people,
and I learned how to do the background
because of you.
That's so good. That's how it works. It's so amazing. We're gonna help you guys with this because here's another thing that happens. And good morning, Judy Fletcher Williams. Hello. Something that happens is a lot of times it's hard. We have a hard time having a vision of what we believe is possible because we don't see it. Mm-hmm. And while we want to walk by faith and not by sight, God understands sometimes he's like, let me give you something to look at here. Let me give you something to focus on. At least somebody who can start the vision process. You got to see a little something. And now when you close your eyes, when you are still and quiet with God, now you can start to believe that it's possible. Belief opens the door for you to start to vision and visualize something greater for your own life. And I think everybody's looking for love.
Yeah.
Whether they're looking for a romantic relationship or not, I think we were built to look for love. Our hearts desire love, and we know where the true love comes from. So
does it come from within?
I think it might come from within. I'm just saying, and it's the seed and the spirit of God that He put inside of us that's going to empower us to do that. Shout out to my man Ace Epps, my guy, Bounce Innovation Hub in Akron, Ohio. Had a great opportunity to host an event there.
Nice.
Shout out to my guy Ace Epps.
Hello, Ace.
What's up? Here's my wife. I'd like to introduce
nice
you to my wife.
Nice to meet you.
Virtually. Shout out to Ace Epps. Well connected. He's the unofficial mayor of Akron. I hear my man. He knows everybody. So, all right. So, what are we talking about today? Where we at in the time? You the one who keeps us structured, right?
Okay.
You know me. I'll be like, we just be kicking it the whole time, and people be like, "What are we talking about?"
Yes, I will keep you structured,
yes,
babe.
Yes.
Hey, Wilma.
Good morning,
sis.
Wilma.
And Amanda, thank you for that wonderful compliment. I appreciate it.
Right.
So today we're talking about soulmates. Do you believe that everybody has a soulmate? And we also want to tell you guys a little bit about our story. And do you believe I'm your soulmate, babe?
Soulmate? Yes. Soulmate, helpmate. I believe that we were meant to be. Yes, yeah. Absolutely, 100%. I was joking. I was trying to be funny. You know, I was trying to be funny. What about me?
Don't be acting like
Don't
that
be acting up on live
camera, right?
We on live TV. If you don't quit, you say that for later. You know what I love about you though? Mm-hmm. Like, if you guys can't tell, like, I'm super silly. Like, most of the time.
Everything's a joke.
Everything's funny, right? I'm serious. And this ain't right. I be at funerals like,
oh my goodness.
I be at church like, wait, did they just say that? Hold up, that ain't right. I don't think that's in the book. I don't think that's what God said. I was raised with my family, we just laugh and love and enjoy life. Even when things are going wrong, we learn to laugh through it. Mm-hmm. And I just enjoy it. So I joke all the time. I tease all the time. I'm silly all the time. Yeah. I mean, I can be serious. We handle business, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to throw that in there to get like, I ain't crazy, right?
You handle business in a joyous way.
Okay, I like that. Yeah. I like that. That's a nice compliment.
I love it because you have rubbed off on me a lot because I don't be joking all the time. Like people, like I'm very friendly, but people tend to, like, people used to say that I was like stuck up. And I'd be like, how? I didn't even say or do anything. Right. But then when me and you got together, you'd be like, babe, you gotta smile at people. I'm like, why I gotta smile at somebody, you know? He's like, you just look mean. And then I noticed it one time. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I was maybe me and you, we used to do stuff on camera a lot. Yeah. And I would see myself sitting there. I'd be like, oh, I gotta look friendlier.
I gotta do something
look
about
warmer.
That.
I didn't like how I was looking.
That's deep.
So I still don't be walking around smiling like you do. You go into stores and look for opportunities to just talk to somebody. I go in the store to do what I got to do so I can get back and finish doing what I got to do.
So I'd be late. I'd be like, man, you be like, where was you at? I'd be like, man, I saw 3 people at the store. You'd be like, did you know him? I'd be like, I know him now. Okay. Right. And that's a joyous thing.
That's good, though.
It is. It's fun. Yeah. And what we've learned.
I'm happy for you that you are like that.
Yep. And today's topic is, do we all have a soulmate? So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just joining us again, this is the first episode of The Love Within with Lucas and Corine. We're really excited about this series of shows every Friday, 8 a.m.
Yes.
8 a.m. Eastern, 5 a.m. Pacific time. Shout out to our people on the West Coast. I didn't know if our West Coast people was gonna be. I mean, I know Aunt be up.
I didn't expect them to be here.
And I know Jay be up, but she got the kids,
Yeah,
and then
they got stuff.
people got stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's early, but we appreciate it. And
Yeah, we love y'all.
we love y'all. And the people who are maybe getting ready for work, we thank you guys. If you can't stare at your phone, don't put it down. Keep listening. Or if you need to jump on YouTube because that'll be easier for you. Or if you need to put it on YouTube on your television and cast it to your TV. Or whatever you got to do to listen to this, play it through your car speakers if you're driving into work. Whatever you need to do, stay tuned because the information is what we're excited about. Now, we want your participation with the information.
Participation with the information.
So we do love your participation. We thank you all who have commented, who continue to comment, because you're a part of the show when you're in the comments. So we appreciate it. You keep it alive. You keep it going. Your questions are going to help us throughout. Your comments and your shares and the hearts and the likes also makes Facebook and social media recognize that this is something that they should show to other people. So you're also going to help other people find the love within because of your engagement with this show each week. So we want to thank you guys. We're also going to have some other special things that we're going to be talking to you guys about for people that want to go deeper, for people who enjoy this show and say, I appreciate what you guys are giving us, but I want to go deeper. I want to invest something into learning how to be ready as a single for a healthy relationship, how to find my soulmate if I do have a soulmate, which we'll talk about in a minute. And for those who are already dating or married, to help you learn how to be whole as a single. The thing is, in a relationship, if I come into it as a broken piece, and I'm like, people say, we're puzzle pieces, and my broken pieces fit to your broken pieces. No, those cracks between the puzzle piece is what always ends up causing people to fall apart. So we want to be whole and healthy. And if you're already in a marriage or already in a relationship, we're going to help you step back and work on you.
Yeah.
Right. It's easy to talk about what the other person needs to do, right?
Yeah, it's easy to talk about what the other person needs to do.
Right.
And if you get caught up always looking at what the other person needs to do, you're never going to be growing. You're always going to be looking for somebody to do something in order to keep you happy or to keep you satisfied, when that's within you. Your happiness is within you. Your satisfaction is within you. You just got to believe that it is and do the work to work on you. That was like one of the things at the beginning of our relationship that we just always had to do. Like I knew, yeah.
But go ahead.
I knew I needed to do some self-work. So I was on it. I was like, let me go ahead and get myself together.
I was like, babe. No, I'm just laughing. It was cool because so did I. When we met.
Mm-hmm. You want to jump into the topic?
You want to jump into the let's do it.
Or the story.
You keep the show flowing, babe. You make it happen, all right?
Let's just go into
Let's do it. Let's go into the story. All right. So set us up. We're talking about soulmates, right?
Yeah, we're talking about soulmates.
And we're going to talk about us. We want to tell them our story.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. So again, we're talking about do I have a soulmate? We want to present to you a case study, let's say.
Case study.
How about we be your case study? And many weeks we will share our stories to help you guys just have a peek behind the curtain of a couple. You're watching Kardashians and Real Housewives that ain't housewives and stuff, no, whatever. But we want to show you guys a real family, a real couple. We have a blended family. We have a lot that we can share. Some things that went really right and some things that didn't go so right, but how we've learned to persevere. And we want to help you guys understand how it's possible to persevere when you...
Lucas is very transparent, so...
Sometimes I say stuff.
He wants to let you guys up in our business.
I be going too far. Elbow me if I go too far.
I'll elbow you if you go too far.
Or kick me under the table or something. Like, don't
don't
mush me all in front of everybody. Like, stop saying that, Jack. Like, okay, calm down. All right, so let's go. I might throw some comments up as we go. We may not comment on every comment, but we see you, and I'll pop up some comments as we go. Go ahead. Let's talk about it.
Well, Judy says she believes that everybody has a soulmate.
Okay.
So, do we want to start there? Let's start there. Everybody.
Right.
Huh?
Okay, go. I'm with it. You're running. You go.
Everybody does have a soulmate. It could be, people have more.
Everybody has a soulmate, everybody.
Yeah, people have more than one. I'm not talking about romantically.
Uh-oh, you about to get...
I'm not talking about romantically. I'm still looking for a soulmate friend, my soul sister. You know what I mean? Like some people have met, like they have best friends since they were like in kindergarten or something. They just been like, if you have the best friend
like
since kindergarten. Yeah.
Since 5th grade.
Yeah, since 5th grade.
Yep. Shout out to Pastor Hubert Carpenter, my guy. We've been friends since 5th grade. And I met one recently.
And y'all's life has aligned.
Mirrored so much.
Yes.
Good and
So
bad.
crazy.
It was
Yeah.
weird. Yeah, our
Yeah,
lives
so
have
crazy.
mirrored so much. So let me clarify what my
Go
wife
ahead.
just said. So we have more than one soulmate. Okay, but we only have one romantic partner, one sexual intimacy deal, true intimacy, as in what we would call sex normally, partner, right?
Jump right in there. Go ahead.
I had to because
Go
otherwise
ahead,
they're gonna be
babe.
like multiple soulmates. They're gonna be like, bet it's gonna be some dudes like I gotta find another one. I got more out here. So and women are often called the helpmate. So you may want to think of the woman as the helpmate, the man as the soulmate, but just for a broader term, as people talk, people usually use the term soulmate. So we'll just kind of use that term.
Mhm.
But when she says you may have more than one, she's talking about the fact that we are our souls, our spirit, who we are made to connect with others, right? A community, a church,
For
as
the
in
purpose of helping us on this journey in life to
Yes.
continue to do our work that we're supposed to be doing.
yes, absolutely. And as Jay says, soulmate friends are important, and you know that happened to me when I met her husband, Anthony.
Mhm.
And I was like, when I met him, it was like I had always known him, and we just were like connected super fast, you know. And it was encouraging to realize that was a thing, you know what I mean? That it's possible, and that there's people out there to connect with. And soulmate friends is a great place to start, right?
Yeah. Perfect place to start.
Perfect, the best place
We
to start.
recommend that you start with soulmate friends.
Right. Yes, start with soulmate friends because a lot of times people are meet and they're getting into romantic relationships with people who were meant to be they were meant to love with like the brotherly love, the Philadelphia,
Yeah.
right? The brotherly filial love, like not like the I'm gonna take you home tonight love. Even men and women, right? They can be friends
Yeah.
and not go that far. So
Yeah.
that's important.
And the foundation of every great marriage, I believe, is a friendship anyway. I
Yes.
think that's one of the things that really helps in our marriage. Like, we have so much fun together. Like, he was talking about how he's always joking and stuff. And everything is a joke, you know? Like, I used to always say that to them, like, babe, everything's a joke. But but I really enjoy it. You know, I enjoy that he makes me laugh and that he can turn something serious into a joke and we can just laugh about it. Sometimes we just lay in the bed and, like, crack up over
Yes.
something that's really not even that funny.
Right.
But it's funny
But
to
it's usually,
us.
but you be like punching me and poking me and stuff, though. That's what makes it worse. We already be laughing for no reason, and then she get to poking and punching and kicking me, trying to kick me out the bed and stuff, knowing I'm bigger than her, so I have to elbow her back. But I can't use all my man strength because then that's
Right.
So we have a good time, and we really laugh and love and really do enjoy each other.
And that's our friendship.
That is.
Yeah.
And it's so real because our friendship also allows us to support each other. It allows us to be selfless. It's funny because it seems like a lot of times people have an easier time being selfless with friends than with people they're in relationships with.
Yeah,
They'd be
because
like,
you expect a lot from the person you're in a
Exactly.
relationship with. You have some
but you're
expectations.
my wife. How could you?
Yeah.
But you're my husband. How could you? Right? But you're my friend. It's like, well, it's okay. Like, I mean, it's okay. They don't know any better. But we're in a relationship that we're saying we're going to be in forever. And a lot of times we don't grant them the grace that they deserve. So we encourage you guys, grant people grace, period. All right.
Period.
It's important for us to do that. Just grant grace. Just make that a part of what you do. So,
Yes.
all right. So where are we at? Were we telling our story? You
Yeah.
got to help us. Okay.
You start, babe. Tell your story.
About us.
Yeah.
How we met.
Yeah, how we met.
All right. So should I start with like back in the day?
Okay.
Back in the day?
Can you start with your friendship with Hugh?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Start there because that's a part of the story. Huh?
Yeah.
All right. So I have a friend who I met in 5th grade, Hubert Carpenter. And we went to grade school together. It was our last year of grade school. He moved from another school to the school that I was going to. We became friends. He didn't live far away. He had a great family. His family took me in at a time when, I didn't have a father. My dad was in prison, and his dad and his mom, his family, his parents were divorced, but they were still partners in raising children, and they kind of brought me into the fold. And while my mother was home and doing a great job as well, doing all that she could, they filled a void in my life. And he filled a void because he was just a true friend. He was the kind of friend, like, he didn't ask for anything. He didn't want anything. He didn't need anything. He was just like, let's just hang out. Let's play football, baseball, basketball. Let's just kick it. And no expectations, no problems. We probably argued and fought a few times throughout our life. as brothers, but never anything
Y'all
that was
fought like
no, we ain't
threw
fight.
some
We
hands?
ain't throwing no hands.
Oh, okay.
Cause he didn't want this work. But no, I'm just playing. But
Where you at, Hugh?
you want no trouble? Right. He gonna pop on what?
Right.
We gonna fight tonight. That ain't right. But yeah, we connected, and so we remained friends all these years. So that was, I don't know how many years ago, over 20, 25 years ago.
You said you guys became friends in 5th grade. How
yeah,
old
so
were
probably
you?
like 10. How old are you in 5th grade? 10, 11? Yeah, I think I was 11 maybe.
Something
10 or
like
11,
that.
maybe 11. And so it's been 25 plus years that we've been friends, and we continued to be friends. We went to church together. We did all these things together, and then we grew up and life went on. So.
Yeah. So I wanted to tell that story because Hugh's mom, she was a foster parent.
Yes, and then she adopted. She did a little fostering, but she was keeping the babies
Okay.
to the best of her ability. She loved babies, and she adopted most of the babies.
Okay.
The two that she had.
So so Hugh's mom, the Carpenter family, I'm going to call them for the sake of the story. The Carpenter family adopted a little girl. Now, I was adopted too, and in my house, we had several adopted children. So my little brother and the little girl that the Carpenter family adopted were biological brother and sister. So
let's say this again. Can we say their names? I mean, we know they are family, right?
Yeah,
her brother Taylor, who her mom adopted. The moment who Miss Hall, shout out to Miss Hall, adopted her, and then later adopted Taylor and Jamar and Sharita, right?
Well, no, she had Taylor first.
Oh, she had Taylor before you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why he's the favorite. No, I'm just playing.
Right. That's why Taylor is the favorite.
Taylor is the favorite.
He was the first baby.
Taylor. So Taylor's biological sister is Tamara, who my best friend Hubert Carpenter, his mom adopted Tamara. Tamara and Kaisi were the babies. Were the first babies that I felt like I was helping raise babies because we were over there all the time. Mm-hmm. And I loved Kaisi and I love Tamara. I still love Tamara to this day. She's my sister. She's grown now, but we both love her. I mean, like, Tamara could call it right now, and I might have to shut the broadcast off to go check on Tamara because we just love. I mean, she was like the first baby for me, for real. Like, she was really it to me. So close to me. Meanwhile, across town, same city, same town.
Hop, skip, and a jump
away. We could probably could have walked.
Yeah.
Is Corine growing up in the house with her brother?
Well, with Taylor.
Yep.
Yeah. So, you know, in adopted households, if you guys don't know this, the parents usually help the siblings try to stay together. So my mom would take Taylor over to see Tamara often. And I remember this,
That's so funny.
I remember that, we would be like, oh, Taylor's going to see Tamara, because that was his biological sister.
Right.
And he would go over there. I'm pretty sure that I met Hugh's mom a couple times before. Yeah. Who I called mom. Like, she was like a mother to me. She was like another mother to me. Yep. Yeah. And I was probably there. Right.
Who knows? I was there all the time.
But we tell this story because like recently we seen a picture of you at Tamara's birthday party. She was like, what, 3 or 4?
Probably, yeah. It was at McDonald's back in the day with the McDonald's parties. You get that orange drink, that big thing with the orange drink in it. Oh, that was everything.
He was like holding Tamara, and Taylor was there. And I was like, wait a minute, that's my little brother.
In the picture. Wait a minute.
With you.
Right.
And I'm like, I imagine myself like sitting out in the car while we went to go drop Taylor off. And Lucas was in the McDonald's, hanging out with my little brother. But I didn't know. We didn't know each other yet. We didn't know we were going to be husband and wife one day.
We had no idea. But we believe that's...
But that's the beginning. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we're painting this picture to let you guys know. Sometimes we don't know what God is up to. Sometimes we don't know how close we are to our blessing. Sometimes we don't know. And we're losing hope. We're losing faith. Somebody out there has been single for a while and you're losing hope and you're losing faith. And we want to encourage you. Your soulmate might be right around the corner. Now, don't go knocking on your neighbor's doors. Like, are you it? They're like, who are you? But you never know. You may be in the same vicinity. You may be in the same room. And here's the beautiful thing. And we'll talk about this as we go forward. But as you connect to God, God will bring you closer to the one he has for you because he picks teams, right?
And I just want to throw in too, that this is just not for single people, for the couples too, to encourage you.
Absolutely.
You might be with your soulmate, but they're getting on your nerves, and we just want to refresh.
Ooh, I love that.
Just want to refresh.
We gotta refresh y'all.
Bring it back full circle.
Bring it back. All right, now don't be giving up. somebody out there, right, is ready to give up because they're like, I don't know. But you need to seek God for the understanding, for the truth of that.
Yeah.
So you know, if you might be with somebody right now, you may be dating somebody or whatever, and they may not be the one, but you're trying to make them the one. And just a side note, what we do is, because I got the opportunity a couple days ago to do a Zoom class for the singles group at the City of Joy Church in Akron, Ohio. Shout out to Pastor Maceo and Latrice Smith and that wonderful, beautiful family. And shout out to Lisa and Courtney, who are over the singles ministry, and for having me come. But we talked about soul ties and how you break soul ties and what are soul ties, and I got to present on that. Super fun. We'll do that on here one day. We'll talk about soul ties. But a lot of times what's happening is we get tied to people God didn't mean for us to be tied to. And then we say, what God has put together, let no man put asunder. What God has put together, let no man separate. And God is like, who said I put that junk together? I didn't pick those teams. Y'all picked those teams. I didn't put that together. Like, don't put that on me. Like, we're charging things to God's account that God didn't do. And then we're saying God would never want to, like, God is like, yeah, that's not the person. The person I got for you is like right there, right? You over here with this person. And I always caution people, singles, to be careful about being with Mr. or Miss Right now instead of getting to Mr. or Mrs. Right. You can't get to Mr. Right if you're spending your time with Mr. Right now. You can't get to Mrs. Right, as in your soulmate, if you got Mrs. Right now at your house every day, in your car every day, on your phone every day. You are giving all your time and energy to somebody that is not the person God has for you, wondering why you can't find someone that you really connect with, and you know it. And deep down, you know it ain't right.
Yeah.
That means knowing it ain't right.
I like what you said, when you know it, because we know. Like, I just feel like we be knowing. We be
knowing.
That's the best way I know how to say it.
What is a song called? We be clever. Okay, anyway, that was Ice Cube. All right, we be knowing. Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead. We be knowing we know it's not right.
Yeah, we know it's not right, and I say that because I remember being in some relationships, back in the day. Hindsight is always better than when you're in it. But when I was in it, I knew I wasn't supposed to be there. But I was there.
You was in there
doing stuff that I was supposed to be.
He was with others. Me too. It wasn't right. It wasn't right. Lord, get us out of this mess, right? So, and God is good.
Yeah,
He is good. He is good. And it's more than just a notion. He really is.
Yeah.
So where were we?
Continue the story.
Okay.
We can skip to high school now.
All right. So all these years we were clearly connected because Taylor's dad, I used to cut Taylor's dad's hair and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I called him Stan the Man Crenshaw. Stan Crenshaw, he could ball and stuff. He was older, but he could hoop and everything. He was a Maslin legend. Everybody knew Stan the Man. And like I said, I cut his hair, played basketball. He was like a mentor. He was like this positive guy. And I knew he was Tamara's dad. But I didn't know Tamara had any other siblings. Like, I mean, I assumed, but I didn't know any of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so, fast forward to high school. And shout out to Sarah Ray. What's up, Sarah? Our good friend Sarah Ray in the house.
Hey, Sarah.
What's up?
She said, we definitely be knowing.
We definitely be knowing.
Yes,
shout
we
out
do,
to Sarah. Yeah, Sonya Wade, thank you so much for being here. If you guys are just jumping in and you could share this broadcast, we'd appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. We'll be here live every Friday morning, 8 a.m., dropping knowledge and wisdom for you guys to help you guys, single, dating, or married, to learn the love within. It's about individual growth on this show, and we're going to be presenting opportunities for people to go deeper, who want to walk closer with us, to really get ready if you're single, to really get it right if you're dating, and to really warm it up if you're married already, to get that spark, get that love, and warm it up, get it right, get it back together. And we're going to be supporting some couples in some fun, special ways as well. So we'll tell you guys more about that as well. All right, so high school. Fast forward to high school. I meant to bring my yearbook in here. I forgot it. I'm going to bring it in another
Don't
week.
bring it in here.
You don't want to see that picture?
I want to see myself. My freshman year picture.
The freshman year pictures is rough.
It's terrible.
Everybody's freshman year.
I think somebody posted it on Facebook. I was like,
the other day?
Why'd she do that?
Oh, no. I remember that.
Yeah, I was like, why'd she do that to me?
I thought
Tag
the same
me and
thing.
everything.
I was
Don't
why?
be posting my freshman year picture on no Facebook.
Right. Sonya Wade, first time. Thank you for being here. This is our first episode.
Oh, hi, Sonya.
So you're here at the right time, Sonya. You come join the family, join the train. I would love for you guys to think about, real quick, while Sonya said it's first time, think about committing to being here every Friday. If you're really looking for love, first, your own love, the love of God. You're looking for romantic love, friend love, love with other friends, connecting with others. If you're looking for love because you know you were made to be in connection with others, and you're looking for it, and you may be married and still looking for love because you're like, I'm still looking for something. You may be dating or single or whatever. Please make it because people. One of my favorite quotes is, "Successful people do things that unsuccessful people are not willing to do." Successful people do things that unsuccessful people are not willing to do. Successful people set their alarm or plan their day to say, I'm going to go get what I need to be able to be as successful as I want to be. I'm not going to say, well, I'm tired, well, I'm busy. I'm sure you could have a week where you're busy. Make sure you watch the replay, but do all you can to be here. Make it a habit. Make this a part of your workout routine, that you're working out to get fit for a healthy relationship. That's what we want to help you guys do. So, all right. So where we at with the story? Where we at?
So we were talking about high school. Shout out to everybody who encouraged me about my high school picture. Ashanti says she didn't have to tag me. That is the truth. No.
That ain't right. They didn't have to tag you. They didn't have to do all that.
You are not wrong, Ashanti.
You're all right. You are
okay.
Correct.
So yeah, in high school. So when we actually met,
yes.
I thought it was interesting that we went to high school together.
We did.
You were a senior. I was a freshman.
Yep.
But I knew everybody.
I knew everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Like I knew everybody, but I didn't know you.
I didn't know you either.
And I thought about it. I was like, I wonder if I walked past him in the hallway. Like I could see the picture in my mind.
Me too.
Like I was like it actually happened. Like I was there. I remember it. I'm pretty sure it did actually happen.
I'm sure.
Like McKinley was big,
but it wasn't that big. It wasn't a campus.
Yeah, like
everything was in the same building. We only
hallways.
had one other small building.
Yeah.
But other than that, everybody was in one main building.
Yeah.
Bigger high schools have multiple buildings. We weren't like that.
And I'm sure we went to a pep rally. You know, we were in the same
gym. We had to be.
Yeah.
Right.
So I would just imagine myself like walking down the hallway and like looking at him.
Right.
And then keep walking. Like
right. We didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, hi.
Hey.
Just another person. She's a freshman, mind you. I'm a senior, so not that a freshman and a senior couldn't date or something, but I wasn't really thinking about all that, or I don't know. I mean, I just don't know, right? Like, I mean, I dated somebody for part of my senior year, but
right, you was dating somebody else.
Just for part of it.
That's why we couldn't be together, because you was dating somebody.
Back to the show. So it was only part of it. And you know what's funny about the person I was dating then? That person was meant to be a friend. Like that person wasn't a bad person. That person was a great person. But I wasn't meant to be with that person forever. So what happens is, again, a lot of times we meet people who are supposed to be our friends. They're supposed to be soulmates, people helping us develop and grow and, you know, grow closer to God and develop our soul, or helpmates, people to help enhance what we have in life. And we put them out of position. So they join the team and they're supposed to be in this position. And we're like, no, you're going to be the starting quarterback. You're going to run the team. We're going to be partners together forever. And we're in love and we love each other. And God is like, slow down. Like you should love each other. You can love more people. You should have love for each other, but not the kind of love that you have for your wife where two become one and all of that. People go too far too fast.
Yeah. Y'all need to be up in there kissing and doing all this other stuff.
Kissing and hugging and doing stuff. Shout out to Judy. She said she's committed to being here every Friday. Thank you so much, Judy. We appreciate that. Yes, Noella got the quote. Successful people do things that unsuccessful people are not willing to do. If you want to be successful, if you want what you say you want. See, what happens is a lot of times God tells us what we need to do to get what we want, and we don't want to do it because we've been taught that God is a genie. So people are like, God, where's my husband? God, where's my wife? God, make my marriage better. But they're not doing anything. And people are sitting in unhappy relationships waiting for God to magically hit their mate over the head with a magic wand. Like hit her with it. Hit him with it. Smack him with it if you got to. Whatever it takes, Lord. Change their heart, oh Lord. Do heart surgery. And it's like,
I was like that too. I think as women, we tend to be like that. I don't know if we're like socialized to, you know, we are. We get sold a fairy tale, you know, from when we were little girls. And so anytime we get in a relationship and start having some feelings, I know I was like this.
Right.
Like, make them be the one, you know.
You want me to say, what do you mean? You made them jump through hoops, or what do you mean?
No, just like wanting to get married.
Oh,
like, even though I wasn't ready to get married at all.
Even when you were like high school or college or what?
Not high school, like maybe college. Like I was in one serious relationship and we talked about marriage. I knew we weren't getting married. Like, thank you, Lord. No.
We was talking about it, but I wasn't doing it.
Right. But you know, like God, I just sometimes I picture God, you know, sitting up with his arms crossed, like,
oh, you gonna do this? Oh, really?
You don't want that.
This what we doing?
Yeah, you don't want that. Stop asking me for that. Stop asking for that.
You don't even like him.
Now I'm trying to save you. Now stop.
Right. Ooh, we want salvation. People want to be saved, but don't want to be saved from the mess they walk themselves into. Like, just walk right in. Shout out to our friend Lily. What's up?
Hi,
Quinny
Lily.
Bean in the house. He said, here you guys go with another show. Hey, Lily, tune in. Lily, you going to be on my show, The Fish Tank, coming this Monday. Shout out to Lily.
Yes.
She sells waist trainers, and what you going to be on there talking about the waist training
She
game.
out here getting women snatched.
She out here getting them all the way together. But she don't just be like, put on a waist trainer and keep eating Snickers and because
There's nothing wrong with Snickers.
There's nothing wrong with Snickers per se.
If you have one,
maybe
two.
Bet you can't eat just one or 12 Snickers. But she helps them get their workout routine, their eating routine together, and their faith together, and they love together. And they like, shout out to her. Shout out to Lily. Excited to have her on the show. And thank you for being here to support this. We're gonna be doing this every Friday. Corinne and I, you know us as well. Lily's a part of the story.
Is she?
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. We talked about that yesterday. So Lily, you didn't know you're a part of our story.
Yeah.
So Lily went to the same church as you.
Yeah.
And I went to high school. Me and Lily graduated together. So I never forget Lily telling me the story about her at church and God and
I didn't know
moving.
you and Lily went to high school together.
Yeah, we graduated from McKinley the same year.
I didn't know y'all were like the same year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you didn't know that until just now?
No.
Okay, now you learn something new every day. So I remember Lily, I don't know if it was Spanish class. It was some class. I think it was in the Smith building. I could be mistaken. Maybe it was, I don't know. But I just remember her telling this story about church. And her, Tierra Lewis, Erica Burr, a lot of other people went to that church, Greater Bethel. And I was like, my dad grew up in Greater Bethel. So here's another crazy connection.
That's funny.
My dad grew up in the church that she grew up in.
Yeah.
But then he moved to the sister church. So when I was little, I went to the sister church, the church she went to. So we hadn't met, but I knew all about that church.
Yeah. I was going to that church from age 9 to 18, basically, until I moved out of my mom's house. But she made us go to church every Sunday, every Wednesday, morning service, night service, sometimes on Fridays for teen church, what they call it, young people church.
Young people church.
I was always at church, and all those people were there too. And your best friend,
Hugh, eventually came.
Yeah,
he that's just getting nuts. She said, shout out to Greater Bethel kid. So yeah, shout out to Ashanti. I gave him these motivational quotes. Ashanti better remember, successful people do things that unsuccessful people are not willing to do. Shout out to her. But yeah, Lily was a part of that story. Lily just talked about you yesterday because we were talking about all these connections. We're talking about soulmates. We want to paint a picture of God working things together. The river is flowing in your direction if you're following God. If you're listening, if you're following, if you take time to be still and know that He is God, and know that He is a rewarder of those that diligently seek Him. He will give you the desires of your heart when you align with Him. So He has it for you. All right.
I love it at Ashanti. She
went there too.
Yes.
That's another crazy part of the story.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
Okay, right.
She said she remembered me.
She does remember. Yeah. We did talk about that. We did talk about it yesterday. I'm like, wait a minute. All these people you guys see, now we're not from a huge city, so I guess you could say small town. But it was the smaller and smaller. God was connecting us to people who were connected. I know Ashanti. Ashanti's going to the same church as her. My dad grew up in that church. We just happen to not be going there. My best friend eventually goes to that church. All these things are working together. We go to the same high school. We're walking down the same hall.
And you went to church a lot.
I went to church every week with him.
But you never came to Greater Bethel.
Because he left the church that we went to, and he got married to a girl at that church.
Okay.
So then he left, and I was like, see you, buddy. Love you. And I stayed at the church that we grew up in, and that was how it went. So I didn't meet you. And my wife was over there. And I'm over here playing games, staying at the old spot. He went over there for a wife, and I should have went over there. I mean, I didn't even know. But shout out to him again for that. So
it wasn't time yet.
It wasn't time. No. Shout out to Jay. She said that earlier. It's about timing.
Yeah.
So somebody out there right now, you may already know your soulmate, but it's not time yet. And
Let's
why is it not time?
Let's talk about that really quickly.
Okay. Let me talk about time real quick.
Go ahead.
It could not be time, not because God is outside of time, right? So He's like bigger than time. He created time for us. It was like grace and mercy. Like, let me give you time so that you guys can measure. It was just a way to measure stuff. He's like, you guys don't understand an infinite amount of time. So let me give you guys a finite amount of time so you guys can understand. And so sometimes it's not time, not because we act like God is holding something back from us. He's doing it out of love. If God hasn't given you what He has for you, or you haven't got to what God has for you, it's because of love. It's because of God's grace and mercy. He doesn't want to give you something and have you mess it up. He doesn't want you to hurt someone. He doesn't want you to be hurt. He wants to make sure that things are ready and things are right. He doesn't rush the cake out of the oven, as many people do. So just be patient and continue to self-work. If you're in the oven, stay in the oven. Let the light purify you so that you're ready when it's time to come. So that when you come to your marriage, whether you've been with others or not, you will be purified. And you can wear that lovely white gown. Okay, continue. What were you saying?
I was saying, let's talk about timing for a second. And I was going to ask you, why do you think you weren't ready to meet me?
Why do I think I wasn't ready to meet you?
I wasn't ready to meet you, but we'll talk about that after you go.
So this is real. Okay, so
yeah.
I got married before. I got a whole wife before you.
Ooh-wee.
That's a mess.
Go ahead.
That ain't right. Did you know that?
I'm not going to say anything.
You don't have nothing to say about that one.
No, I'm just going to look at the camera.
We're just going to stare at the camera. Don't judge me. All right, so here's what happened. At 18, my father came home from prison. I've told this story many times. People who know me. My parents were together. They didn't divorce when my dad was gone for 7 years. When they came back together, the marriage wasn't this perfect thing that I hoped it would be. So I was the only kid still in the house. I was the youngest. I had just graduated high school. I'm still in the house, figuring out life. I was working a job, working with kids, working with Shanti and other kids, and really enjoying it and working my way up in the company. And I was afraid of divorce. Divorce scared me. Divorce made me sad. The thought of my parents not being together was a fear I had all those years while my dad was gone. So when my dad came home and their marriage wasn't right, I was fearful. So I met a lady who was a few years older than me, and she had a daughter, my daughter now, Ariana, and I fell in love with both of them. And I told my daughter Ariana this yesterday. I was like, I think I fell in love with you as much as your mom. Like, she was such a bright light, and she still is, just a beautiful smile. She's just a wonderful, wonderful person. And she was like that as a kid. She was brilliant, and I just felt like I fit into this family. I can be this young girl's father. Her father wasn't in her life, and I could marry this lady, and we went to the same church, and all those things you learn. We go to the same church and we're equally yoked and all those things. Like, we must be supposed to be married. And let me tell you this. I did something that I would caution anybody about. I prayed for a yes. I did not pray for God to tell me whether that my ex-wife was my wife or the one for me. I prayed for God to affirm what I already decided. I said, when I look back, I remember reading scriptures that said yes to me. Right? It's better to marry than to burn. It's better to da-da-da. And all these things that made me think, don't be unequally yoked. Well, we're equally yoked because we go to the same church. All these things I read to get what I wanted. And then I asked God to co-sign on what I wanted. And he was like, no. I mean, I got married in front of a church with the pastor and everything. But that didn't mean I was doing what God had. I wasn't in God's will. And that's nothing against my ex-wife or anything. We ended up having wonderful children together, and it's all good, except I didn't follow God's plan. So I'm talking about when I say messing around with Mr. Right Now or Mrs. Right Now and not being patient for Mr. and Mrs. Right, that's what I was doing. And I was all the way married, and I wasn't planning on ever getting divorced. I was afraid of divorce, remember? Mm-hmm. But
it happened.
Yeah. Yep. And meanwhile, you were in college.
Yeah, I was in college. I just wasn't ready to be with not a person at all, not a soul at all. Because I had a lot of self-work that I needed to do. Mm-hmm. And I was so busy looking for somebody else to love me. Like, who's going to love me? Who's whatever. And I didn't even love myself, for real.
That's deep.
Yeah. So I remember as I was going through these boyfriends, it was just two of them, like back and forth with the same, guys.
Two guys that weren't worth nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to talk about it. I'm just saying.
And some drama and some mess. And mind you, like, we're in our 20s, so you have to forgive people for, I don't know what.
Early 20s, they was kids, really. Yeah.
I don't know what I don't know what they're doing right now, but in their early 20s, like people, like, kids are just kids and not even fully developed enough to be doing what some of us be doing. So, so after getting out of those relationships, I remember being like so heartbroken to the point that it was like almost detrimental. And I was like, I need to do something differently. Like this, like I can't continue on like this. Yeah. I can't be like giving my all and looking for somebody to be loving me like this. Like, I need to figure out how to love myself. Me and God need to, like, figure out this thing. Yep. And God was like, finally, let's go.
You should come, my daughter.
Right, let's go.
Right.
So when I met you, I was so in the mindset of, like, me and you would be talking. I'd be like, I don't care nothing about that. It's me and God right now. So if you're trying to talk to me, I'm going to need you to talk to God because we got something going on right now. You'd be like, you used to say, I'm a good man. And I'd be like, well, God has a good man for me. I don't know if it's you or not, but...
She did. She's like, I ain't scared.
I know what God has for me, so don't be coming at me talking about you a good man.
Just so you know. So I had been divorced
Yeah.
for about a year when we met. I had been separated for 2 years, divorced for a year. During that time, I used to tell girls I have low tolerance and high expectations. I was cold. I was tough. I was tough. I tried in between time, and there were some nice people, but I just did, and that was good though. So let's say this: so anybody out there, single, dating, or married, standards are important.
Yeah.
You should have high standards. Your standards should be stuck up. You should be stuck up because you are kings and queens. You are princes and princesses. You are to be given away by your Father. Men and women, our kingdom should come together, right? So being stuck up. Now, being stuck up doesn't mean you're not warm, caring, kind. It doesn't mean you can't smile at people and be friendly. It just means if you're really trying to be with me, I'm stuck up because I'm waiting for one person. This is a very elite lottery that you hope you won, that they hope they won. And the only way you win is by God chose it. It's not random. It's not by chance. There's somebody God planned for you. Now, somebody out there, that scares them. Let's not act like that can be scary.
Yeah.
I used to think that was a really scary thought because I was like, what are the chances that I'm going to meet the one? What if I missed the bus and they were on the bus or they were at the bus stop? I don't know why I was looking for somebody on the bus, but anyway, I'm just making that up. Or on the train or on the plane or wherever. And I missed my flight. I missed my connecting flight. Well, if I believe that God is who I believe God is, that he is God, he is the creator, he is all powerful, he is everywhere at the same time. All the stuff we give God credit for, when it comes to love and relationships, we often act like he doesn't have a say. We often act like, well, God can't do that. God doesn't supersede our free will, but God has an ability to impact anything and everything in this world because it all belongs to him anyway.
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying he's going to force somebody to, trip on your doorstep or something. Like, don't wake up every day looking outside. But as you prepare, God will prepare. As you prepare, God will show you what he has for you. And you will be ready for it when you're ready for it. But it's important for us to know that, and not be fearful. Because if you believe that God is, and that he can do all things, and that what's impossible for man is possible for God, then you should not fear that he has one for you. I'd rather have the one than to just pick somebody and be wondering what's going on. Right? Because
if it's going wrong, it's not going to be beautiful.
Yes.
It's already 8:53. We need to finish this story.
We may take a few more minutes. We might need an extra 10, but go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
Extra 10.
Extra 10.
Okay.
This is the first episode.
So let's jump into the day we met, or you can tell the story. Go ahead.
So we met. She came into an interview, and I happened to be there as well. I might have been the one doing the interviews. That's neither here nor there. And she walks in, and I immediately notice her. And for guys, it's not like guys don't see pretty girls, right? It's not like she's the first pretty girl I ever saw. But it was like she was the prettiest girl. She was the most beautiful girl. There was something about her that was like, I've never seen anybody like her. It was like a unicorn walked in. Almost fell out my chair. It was like a unicorn. I'm falling in love. All right, falling all over again. So it was like she walked. So our facility. So I work for a facility, and we expanded into the Akron area. I didn't know nothing about Akron. I had never been to Akron. I mean, I'd been to Akron. It wasn't that far away. But it was like young LeBron James had just came up, and he was graduating, and we knew about LeBron. And I mean, I knew about Akron. It wasn't that far away, but it really wasn't a place that I had been. So we're in this community, and we go there to do interviews. Before our business took over this new business, we started interviewing people for the takeover at the end of August 2007. And so people in the
I'm laughing at the comments.
Okay. Sarah said you got the job before the interview, right? I didn't want to hire her. Let me tell you that for real.
What?
I didn't want to hire you because I wanted to marry you. I didn't want to hire you. Like, I can't hire this girl. This is messed up. True story. I didn't want to. So we interviewed her. Me and my sister, my coworker Autumn. Shout out to her. We interviewed her, and the best interview we had all day was her. And in my mind, I'm thinking, I don't want to hire her, but I do want to I do want to know her, right? And so, I mean, I did want to hire her for business purposes, but I didn't really care about business. So at that moment. So anyway, she was just this amazing person. Now, Corine is she especially then was much quieter, much more shy, but still her light was shining. She was glowing. I remember another coworker was there, and they were like, I noticed how you noticed. They noticed me noticing her. And I was like, did you notice I noticed her? I was like, well, I did notice her, but whatever. So we went on, we worked together for a minute, and then we ended up talking.
Yeah. We ended up talking. I was on my lunch break.
Yes.
And I don't know if you were going to get some food for everybody.
Yep.
But I was already on my lunch break. I was sitting in my Ford Escort.
It was in the G wagon, the green machine. It wasn't the G wagon. It was the green machine. That boy was built for it tough. It was rough, but it was built for it tough.
I was sitting in my raggedy little Ford Escort.
I mean, is it okay to say you had to go in through the other door? No, it's okay. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It had issues. That car
the driver's side door didn't open, so I had to get in, through the other side. But
this beautiful girl is crawling in from the passenger side into her car. And
that's not even part of the story.
All right, never mind. Sorry. All right.
But I'm sitting in my car, and I'm sitting in my car, and I'm just eating some lunch, and then you walked over to me and asked me if I wanted something from Wendy's, and I was like, yeah, I'll take a Frosty. Now, I think that was like one of the first conversations
we had.
Yeah,
that was more friendly.
Yeah,
not just whatever, right? So yeah, that was that. And then sometime later, we ended up talking again.
Yeah.
Oh, I called you.
Yeah, I was in my car
that day. Or go ahead, you tell the story.
Yeah, well, the part that I remember, I was in my car. I was driving down the street, and my phone was like on the passenger seat, and it was like kind of flipped over. But I remember it ringing as I was driving. Before I even flipped it over to look at the screen, I knew it was you calling.
I hadn't called you.
Yeah,
it's not like I had ever called her.
Yeah, it was the first time he had ever called me, but I knew it was him calling. Have you guys ever had that experience, like somebody's calling you, and before you even look at the phone, you already know who it is?
Let us know if you ever experienced that.
Yeah, this happens to me all the time, but it was the first time like he had ever called me, and his number was not in my phone.
Right.
So I don't know why I knew it was you calling me. Well,
now you know.
I do know why.
Right. Now she knows why she knew it was me, but at the time she didn't know why she knew it was me.
Something dropped in my spirit and said, that's him. And
I
answered the phone. Yeah, pick up the phone.
She answered the call. Yes, and
go ahead. Yeah, okay. I answered the phone.
And so we talked.
Was you.
Yep, and it was me. And we talked then, and then she quit her job. She had to go. We had to talk about this. We talked a few times, and then eventually it was like, well, this ain't gonna work like this.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna be a thing, this work thing can't be a thing. So we got to make a choice.
So I had to quit my job.
She quit her job for love. Somebody out there need to quit their job. Somebody out there need to do what they need to do. But
make sure the brother that you're quitting your job for
is the
right
provide. Right, you know, quit you out here in the street.
For you. No.
Right, but you got another job, a good job, at a school, and it was closer to home, and there was a lot of positive things that worked out for her. Yeah. Everybody was sad to see her go, and I was like, yay, she's leaving here, and we're going to make something happen over there. So when we talk about soulmates, what we're trying to paint a picture of is we started with my friend, Hubert Carpenter, who I met in 5th grade at a school, started going to church with him and his family. His family kind of took me in. His mom adopts Tamara Carpenter, later Tamara Carpenter. Her mom, she was adopted into a family that had already adopted Taylor, who was Tamara's biological brother. She goes to a church that my dad grew up in. Meanwhile, my dad was born in Florida. Yeah. He was the one of 11 or 12 kids. My cousin Christina can probably correct me. My grandmother had 11 or 12 kids. My dad was the only child adopted out of his family. So his mother's friend had a child that passed away. And out of love and for her friend, she offered her one of her sons, like, whatever. I don't know how that worked. But my dad was born Gary Pinkney and was adopted and became Joseph Tyndale and comes from Florida to Ohio as a baby. So all creation is working together to bring us together. God is working. We think things are impossible. God is making it possible if we trust him. So my dad comes to Ohio. He's born, meets my mom, has kids. I was the last child. And sometimes when you're the baby, you be wondering, like, did they mean to have me? Because I don't know. It's like, I don't know. But anyway, here I am. And we go to high school together. I'm a senior. She's a freshman. We don't know each other. And here we are years later after high school, 7 years after I graduated, 3 or 4 years after you graduated. You had just graduated college. Mm-hmm. And here we are meeting, and our stories align, and we've been together ever since.
And we're going to prom together tomorrow.
And now, tomorrow, we're going to prom together. We were recently asked.
Yeah, go ahead.
We were recently asked if, because of the media and Lucas Live Media things that we do, we were recently asked if I would go live at the prom as a red carpet event as the students are coming in. At the high school we both went to.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, please tune in 7 p.m. Eastern 4 p.m. Pacific. We will be live from the prom where we didn't go to prom together. As we said, we didn't know each other, but God is so good. They say he will redeem the time.
Yeah, so you're doing some work tomorrow at the McKinley prom.
Yep.
And he asked me if I would go, so I was like, let me get me a dress.
Yes.
I would love to go to prom with you.
Yes, the promposal. That's what it was, right? And so we're going to prom tomorrow.
Yeah.
I gotta go pick up my tux today. True story. True story. I gotta go pick up my tux today for our prom tomorrow. We're excited about it. We're gonna celebrate for the young people. We probably not gonna get out there all on the dance floor with the young people because the stuff they be doing, we ain't in there. I don't know what they be doing. I don't know what they do.
We're just gonna cover the event.
We're gonna
be in the prom,
We gonna be there. Shout out. Adriana's gonna be there as well.
Okay.
Live Shots Photography. Shout out to her.
I see you there, Adriana.
Excited to see her there. Amanda will be there. Duke's Multimedia. We coming together to support. Adriana, Adriana's a Madison girl. She gonna see a prom. Kent McKinley, shout out to that. I'm glad we got you. She gonna see one. But y'all make sure y'all check out the red carpet event tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We'll be dressed up, having a good time, celebrating love. Because do we have a soulmate was the question. If you're tuning in late, the answer is yes. Soulmate, helpmate. Soulmate, helpmate.
Everybody has one.
God is drawing us together. And our answer was also you have more than one you have people in life that are meant to have loving bonds with. Okay, love is a bond. You're meant to have those loving bonds with, and there's one that you're meant to have this to become one long-term thing together with, romantic, sexual, real relationship. Now, because we said earlier, you could have multiple people who you have this love with. Don't go out there sleeping with everybody. Like they said, I could have multiple. No, we don't mean that. We're talking about multiple people who you come into love and bond with, and friends. And to the single people out there, we always encourage single men and women, learn to have single friends of the opposite sex without having sex.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to practice.
It is.
You learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about them. You learn a lot. All right. You guys better learn a TikTok ASAP, right? We better learn a TikTok for the prom. We're about to get us a TikTok together tonight so we can be ready for the prom. That's how they probably gonna be in there doing is on TikTok the whole time. Every song is 1 minute. Like, man, this DJ keeps changing the song. What is going on? So we are excited about what God has done for us, and we want to tell you guys we're gonna be here again every Friday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern.
Yes.
We have people on the West Coast. It's 5 a.m. there. We want to thank you guys who got up, who are with us. Thank you for setting your alarms. If you missed the first half, go back and rewatch it, share it. You can still hit hearts and make comments even if you missed the first half as it's on. Make sure you subscribe to Lucas Live Media on Facebook and YouTube. Our YouTube subscribers should be higher. I don't know where you guys are. You got to sign in to your YouTube with your Google account and just hit that subscribe and hit the bell icon. If you hit the bell, it will remind you. It will say, oh, they're on now. And you'll be like, oh, I almost forgot they're on. Or if you somehow miss it, I don't know how you can miss this show, but if you somehow miss it, it will also be on your phone telling you you missed it. Also, if you want to cast it to your TV, you can cast it to your TV. If you want to take these shows and share them with friends or singles ministry groups or married couple groups or whatever, we're here for it.
Yes.
What else? We also have a special announcement about some other things, but let's keep going. What else we got?
Well, we want to leave them with a love exercise. That's what we're going to do.
And let me tell them about our group that we're going to have soon.
Go ahead.
Okay. So this coming week, we will be opening enrollment for people who want to come a little closer, single, dating, or married. If you want to come, we're going to be doing monthly classes and a group where we're going to be engaging this group and doing a monthly Zoom training where we're going to help people understand deeper levels of the things we're talking about. On this show, we're going to have fun. We're shouting out the people in the community and in the chat, and this is going to be a fun show.
Right.
When we get to the class, it's going to be fun, but we're going to go deeper.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take the topics that we're talking about on a high level, and we're going to go deeper in, and we're going to help you really understand. Those people are really the people who are really serious about, I'm single and I want to be married, and I want to know what it takes, and I've invested in so many things. People are invested in getting healthier physically and healthier in other ways. If you really are looking to get mentally, spiritually, emotionally fit to have a healthy relationship, you're going to want to join this group. Our goal in the first month.
And also for couples too.
And for couples as well.
Yeah. If you want your relationship to enhance a little bit, this is the perfect group for you too. It's
a simple way to invest. It's an easy investment. The price is not going to be too much. We will have that information available. So many people, It's going to be $50 a month for singles or couples. Okay. So singles, you pay your $50 a month. When you become a couple, you already paid. You're investing in your future spouse because they get to come in with you for free. To couples, you guys just $50 a month. You both have access to the training. You will also have access to previous training. The people who sign up within the first few months are going to have access to all the trainings that we do, and they will be stored where you guys can have access to it.
But we're going to be doing them live, so
yeah, that'll be fun.
We can talk, have conversations,
do Q&A,
answer some questions. Yeah.
Yep. And the group will be a part of it. And the group that we have, we also will jump in. We may go live in the group just occasionally, just because we may do live Q&A on a random evening. We may or random times just to help people out. We'll let you guys know. People who come in and really want to invest and be a part of it, we can't wait to help you. Right. Our goal in the first month is we believe there's 50 people or couples out there who want this help. And we're going to start with that group. The people who start in the beginning are going to get all of it live. They're going to get it. We're going to walk together, and we're going to be the closest because we're going to start this journey together. People who see, some people are going to wait until they see other people having success, and they're going to be at somebody else's wedding like, wait, what happened? They're going to be like, I invested then. Don't wait to invest in your wedding to invest in your relationship. So many people are waiting, and they're going to spend a lot of money on a wedding, and they're not investing in their future now. And some people are married right now, and it's an opportunity for you. So, all right.
So we're leaving them with a love exercise. I wrote this down because I wanted to get it right. So I'm going to be looking down for a second.
Right.
But this week's love exercise, and let me just tell you what a love exercise is. Something that you can actively do in order to help you get to the place that you want to be. That's it.
That's it. Simple.
Just like a sit-up.
Try it. Like one sit-up. Got it. Done. Right.
But it is, believe that there is a creator of all life and reality that has everything you desire in store for you. So when I say believe that, like, you do that with your actions by watching your words. Like, don't be saying things, starting sentences with, well, I don't believe that, that person is out there for me. Maybe that's for somebody else. Maybe it's just me. I can't have it. I will never. Stop saying stuff like that. Actually believe that everything you desire is out there for you. There's a creator of all life and reality that is orchestrating things to work out in your favor, just like he was orchestrating things for us. We were tiptoeing around each other's door.
We were making mistakes, and
didn't even know it.
We were making mistakes. We were in the wrong relationships. We did things wrong, and His grace and mercy was.
So just change your mindset to believe that whatever it is that you desire, if you desire that your relationship will get better if you're already in one, then speak that over your relationship and start moving towards that. If you desire that you are going to meet your soulmate,
say it. Don't let anybody tell you. Listen, and I don't stop saying there's no good men out there. You are repelling the blessings of God. You are saying because God gave you free choice, free will, and He made your words to create. So you create your own reality. You created a force field, and so everywhere you go, you don't see good men because you don't believe they exist. You have to believe it. You have to see it in your vision. You have to see it by faith first. So it starts with faith, and faith comes by hearing. So thank you for being here because you're hearing things here that are building your faith. So great job. We're already getting started, and we want to help you guys go further. But stop saying it. Men, stop saying there's no good women out there. There's no women out there who want to submit. There's women out there who want to submit. They want to submit to a plan and a vision, but you got to go to God to get the plan and the vision that they want to submit to. Submission's not hard when it's submitting to something that's mutually beneficial. People submit every day. Most women, have jobs. They go to their job and they submit. If they go to a church where the pastor has a great vision, they submit. If they have family or friends and girlfriends who are doing something and putting together a program, they submit to the will of their friend, to the bridal shower or whatever it is. They're not unwilling to submit. They're unwilling to submit to nothing. They're unwilling to submit to a plan that's going nowhere. That's all. That's simple. So are you. You won't submit to something that's going nowhere. But you'll both learn to submit to each other as we all submit to God, and He's going to bless us. This is about learning what it means to be in God's image. Shout out to our In God's Image family. If you guys want to know more information about being in God's image, go to wearegodsimage.com. We do great conversations with Anthony Roveman and a small group live on Zoom twice a week, Saturdays 9 a.m. Eastern and Wednesdays 9 a.m. Eastern. And we learn a lot of things about what it means to be in God's image. So this is an extension of that as well. And we're going to share more information with you guys about that. This has been so much fun.
Yes.
Our first show. We did it. We did it. This was so much fun. You guys have been wonderful. Shout out to Jasmine Vance, realtor down in Columbus if you're looking for a home. Shout out to her. I don't know if she's a buyer's agent or a seller's agent. Jasmine, tell them in the comments. But thank you so much. Jasmine was also one of my kids. You know, I got like it.
Oh, I didn't
She was
know
one of my
that.
kids at the daycare. Yes, love
Hey,
Jasmine. Her and her brother Lloyd and her mom is so amazing, and her grandma and her family. Love them so much. Shout out to all of you guys. Speak life, okay? Your love exercise. Believe it's possible. Speak it, okay? From now on, when your girlfriend comes up to you, girls, ladies, and says, there's no good men out there, say, there's a good man out there for me. I don't need there to be good men. I need there to be one. I'm looking for one. I don't care if there's men. There doesn't need to be 1,000 good men. There needs to be one. Men out there who don't believe there's any good women. There don't need to be 1,000,000 good women. And there are 1,000,000 good women, but there doesn't need to be 1,000,000 good women because you only want one because there's only one that's good for you anyway. So you can find that soulmate. You can find that one as you connect with God.
And it starts within, though.
It starts with
finding
the
the love within.
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been lots of fun. Let's turn the music up. I don't know if y'all heard that music was playing a little bit lightly in the background. We thought we'd have that playing for you guys. We hope you guys enjoyed. Give us some feedback on the show, what you guys thought about it. Let us know in the comments. Again, share it. Reach out to us, inbox us. Send us your questions. We'll be doing questions. We'll be doing Q&A. If you want to know more information about how you can join the group, let us know. If you want to be a part of that first group that joins the group, let us know. We'd be excited to have you. Whether you're single, dating, or married, you're welcome to be a part of this. And every Friday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern, 5 a.m. Pacific, we'll be here for you guys to help you guys discover what it means to have the love within. You guys have been wonderful. It's been our pleasure.
Yes.
And we'll see you guys again next week.
Bye, guys. See you next week.
Bye, everybody. Love you guys. Everybody have a great day.